So, VeChain just became the first blockchain to fully weaponize European regulation. While every other project is scrambling to comply with MiCA, VeChain turned compliance into a competitive advantage. They've got the Rekord partnership for real-world assets, full MiCA acceptance for their Hayabusa upgrade, and, Binance, Coinbase, and Crypto.com already locked in for support. This isn't just another altcoin update. This is institutional preparation disguised as a technical upgrade, and if you're sleeping on VET right now, you're about to watch enterprise adoption happen in real time without you. Welcome back to the channel. If you're here for actual crypto analysis instead of Moonboy fantasies, you're in the right place. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on notifications because we're covering moves the mainstream media won't touch for another 6 months. So here's what's happening. VeChain announces a partnership with Rekord to build real-world asset infrastructure across Europe. Sounds boring, right? Wrong. According to the official VeChain announcement, they're integrating Rekord's API-first trust layer to create tamper-proof data streams with minimal integration effort. So, they're making it stupid easy for massive European brands to put their supply chains on blockchain without hiring an army of developers. But, honestly, that's just the appetizer. The main course is what VeChain just pulled off with MiCA, the European Union's new crypto regulation framework that's about to make or break every blockchain project operating in Europe. And VeChain didn't just comply with MiCA. They actually got their updated VET and VTHO white papers formally accepted and notified to authorities as of November 19, 2025. That's not normal. Most projects are still figuring out what MiCA even means. Now, before you think this is just regulatory paperwork, let me explain why this matters. Starting in 2026, large businesses in the EU must comply with ESPR mandates. That's the Eco-Design for Sustainable Products regulation. Every major brand selling products in Europe needs digital product passports. These DPPs track everything from manufacturing to sustainability to authenticity. And guess what? Blockchain infrastructure is already certified, battle-tested, and regulatory compliant for this exact use case. Yeah, VeChain. According to reports, the Rekord partnership specifically targets these digital product passports. Brands can anchor proofs on VeChain Thor, creating independent, permanent, and verifiable records. Rekord's V1 API is already live in production with full multi-chain support, and they've already pushed their first transactions to the VeChain network. This isn't vaporware, this is operational infrastructure. But here's where it gets interesting. VeChain's Hayabusa upgrade completely restructured their consensus mechanism. They shifted to delegated proof of stake with validator participation, requiring a minimum of 25 million VET. That's roughly $750,000 at current prices, which means only serious institutional players or committed community members are running nodes. This isn't some meme coin governance. This is enterprise-grade infrastructure. And the market's already noticing. VeChain searches have surged in recent days, partly because of their appearance at UFC 322 at Madison Square Garden on November 15th, but also because smart money recognizes what's building here. A well-known crypto analyst recently pointed out that VeChain is positioning itself as one of the titans of real-world asset tokenization. I actually agree with this take, and I think it's a pretty spot-on observation. While other blockchains talk about RWAs, VeChain is actively signing partnerships with companies like Lululemon China for anti-counterfeit blockchain verification in apparel. It's really impressive to see them taking such proactive steps. Alright, let me break down the tokenomics because this is where most people get confused. So, VET is the staking and governance token, while VTHO is the gas token. Under the new DPoS system introduced in VIP 254, VTHO is no longer passively generated. It's a bit of a shift, but it's important to understand how this works. So, it's now dynamically issued to active stakers based on the amount of VET they have staked and, overall network activity. Every transaction fee paid in VTHO gets 100% burned from circulation. So, increased network usage directly reduces VTHO supply, all while rewarding VET stakers. That's deflationary pressure built right into the protocol design. VeChain emphasized that no new VET tokens will be issued beyond the established cap of 86.7 billion. Meanwhile, VTHO remains uncapped, but, yeah, it burns continuously. This creates an interesting economic dynamic where enterprise adoption directly benefits token holders through staking rewards and deflationary mechanics. Now let's talk about the elephant nobody's addressing. Actually, scratch that. Let's talk about what everyone's missing. Major exchanges are already positioned for the Hayabusa launch. Binance, Coinbase, Crypto.com, KuCoin, and Revolut have all confirmed technical readiness for the upgrade across both VET and VTHO. When was the last time you saw 5 major exchanges coordinate support for an altcoin upgrade before it even launches? This level of institutional alignment doesn't happen for projects that aren't serious. According to VeChain's documentation submitted under MiCA, both white papers include detailed mechanisms for validator participation, token generation, and holder rights. While US projects are fighting the SEC, VeChain just became the regulatory blueprint for European blockchain adoption. The node NFT system adds another layer. Economic nodes like Flash and Lightning require between 10,000 and 15 million VET, while X nodes demand up to 15.6 million VET for maximum rewards. Rekord's decision to build on VeChain wasn't random. According to the announcement, they specifically cited VeChain's regulated use case and enterprise-focused network for high-value applications. The roadmap ahead is equally aggressive. VeChain anticipates launching the Stargate testnet by the end of 2025, followed by the Interstellar phase in 2026, which introduces JSON RPC support for improved cross-chain interoperability. That means VeChain won't just be an isolated enterprise chain, it'll connect seamlessly with other ecosystems. They're building infrastructure that European regulators can't ignore and enterprises can't afford to skip. When digital product passports become mandatory in 2026, brands won't have time to evaluate dozens of blockchains. One more thing, VeChain's partnership with Lululemon China for anti-counterfeit verification shows they're not waiting for adoption. They're actively onboarding recognizable brands with real customer bases. The timing couldn't be better. As the EU tightens regulations, projects without clear compliance strategies are getting squeezed. VeChain positioned itself as the solution before the problem became critical. That's not luck, that's strategic execution. So there you have it. VeChain just turned European regulation into a moat. If you want to see how enterprise blockchain adoption actually plays out, keep your eyes on VET over the next 12 months. This isn't financial advice. I'm just reading the signals nobody else is paying attention to. If you found this breakdown valuable, hit that like button and check out my other videos where we dive deep into projects that actually matter. Drop a comment and let me know if you're bullish or bearish on VeChain's EU strategy. I read every single one. Quick reminder, cryptocurrency is volatile and risky. Never invest more than you can afford to lose. This video is for educational and entertainment purposes only, not financial advice. Do your own research, manage your risk, and stay safe out there.